Okay, good morning team. I want to show you how to factorize quadratics when you have a coefficient of x squared, because it's a bit of a swine, but you'll be fine. It's a bit of trial and error basically. So let's have a look. 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. Okay, factorize. So the difference we have here is that we have a coefficient of x squared. Okay, now there's several varieties of difficulty. 2 is a prime number, so we know that the brackets, it has, in order to multiply two terms to get 2x squared, one has to be 2x and one has to be x when you're factorizing, sorry. Okay, so that limits our possibilities. Now we still look at the factor pairs of -3, so it's either 1 and -3 or it's -1 and 3. And then what you do is you basically trial and error. First of all, try the first pair, plus 1 minus 3, and then you just try and expand it and see what you get. So if I do front, I get 2x squared. Hopefully you're used to by now getting the outer and the inner and combining them straight away. So I'm going to do that. It's a lot quicker now. So 2x, so outer, 2x times -3 is -6, and then inner is +1, so it's -5x, and then +1 times -3 is -3. Well, that's a bit of luck, I did it first time. But let's show 2x, x. Had I not done the correct one first time, so I might put -1 and +3 in here. So that would be obviously 2x squared, and then outer is 6x, +6x, and then -1x for inner, so it's +5x minus 3. Okay, so this no and this yes. So we know that that is the answer. Okay, it's particularly nice because this is prime, so that's all I'm doing this time, but this is also prime, so there's only two numbers that multiply, so you just have to flip the sign because this is negative. But let's find a super tricky one. I don't know about that tricky. 7z squared, 7z squared, but we're going to do it anyway. 38z plus 15, factorize. So notice how this is prime, so that doesn't have to make life a lot easier. The thing is, well, if this is not prime, say it was 6z squared, then we could have 6x and x, or we could have 3x and 2x. Get out of the way. 2x. Okay, so you just have to lots more combinations to try and error, trial and error, try and improve. So here we've got 15. So this isn't prime, so this is 1 and 15. Oh, this is positive and this is positive, so they're both factors are positive. They could both be negative for the product, but of course this is positive, so they both have to be positive. So 2 and then 3 and 5. So we've got 4 different possible combinations, +1 plus 15. So let's expand that. 7z squared. 15 times 7. Looks like we're going way out. 1.5 times 7 is 10.5, so 105. Anyway, it's way out. You can spot early doors, and that's way out. 7 times 15. Well, and then I'm adding anyway, so there's no way I'm going to make 38. So I'm going to ignore that one. And then 7z, z, 3 and 5. Now, hopefully this is the wrong way around, first of all, so I can show you, because often you'll have to try lots of different possibilities. So we've got 7z squared. Outer is 35. 7 times 5, 35z, and inner is 3z. Oh look, 38z. And we know it's going to multiply to 15, so that is correct. But just to show you, we might have initially done 5 and 3 the other way around, because that will now make a difference. Because of course you're doing this number multiplied by the 7. If we swap, it's different. So 7z plus 5, z plus 3. It's still the factor pairs, but if we expand that, obviously 7z squared, obviously 15, and then we've got 7 times 3, 21, plus 5, so it's 26z. No. Okay, so I've tried 3. I mean, I got the second one correct, but there you go. So that's really what you're doing. You're still finding pairs of numbers that multiply to make 15, always. Fortunately, when it's prime, you have no choice. It's 7z and z. You may be wondering why you can't go z and 7z. Well, it's just the same, you see. It's the other way around. I'm still going to have to try 1 and 5, or 1 and 15, or 15 and 1. That makes no difference, really. So we just tend to put the higher one first. You don't have. So there you go. So first of all, you're going to put whatever this number is in the first bracket, because it's going to be prime. You're going to find the list of factor pairs that multiply to make 15. Bear in mind whether they're positive and negative, and then you're just going to try. And it's good practice for getting so that you should be able to spot this and sort of expand it on the spot without too much thinking. And that is factorizing with prime coefficients of z squared. If I get a chance, I'll go through non-prime, but you can probably teach yourself because it's the same thing. It's just going to be lots of combinations. Makes sense. Best of luck.